he set his mind to. He possessed, I never say no attitude. We knew early on that he wouldn't take no for an answer. When Paul was 4, Dad was going to Boston, and Paul asked if he could go with him. The answer was no. I guess Paul thought that that meant he's only saying this because he doesn't want to worry about me. So he doesn't know. So if he doesn't know I'm with him, he won't worry, and I can still go. So Paul climbed into the back of the car and hid, but being so young, he fell asleep on the floor unbeknownst to my dad. When Paul woke, Dad was gone, so Paul got out of the car and decided to explore Boston. Well, Dad did whatever he went to Boston to do and came home without Paul. Several hours later, my mother received a call from the Boston police. They found Paul wandering the streets, but perfectly content and exploring on his own. I remember him enjoying the ice cream cone they gave. I also witnessed some of Paul's other childhood adventures, and I must confess that I may be partly to blame for some misadventures. But I won't go into that. I'll only say that Paul was not shy about trying to keep up with his older siblings and neighbors, both at play and at work. Without a doubt, he grew up and matured in so many ways and so very fast. Be it a play soldier in our neighborhood games of warfare or retrievio, or as a helper with Rick and I on our Sunday paper routes, or as a partner in our business, Willett Brothers Painting. Not content in copying his older brothers, however, he strove to improve on the paths we had cut. He had enormous drive and ambition to get ahead, not for personal gain, but rather for experiencing all that life had to offer. On his own and with great foresight, independence, and maturity, he chose Milton Academy for high school as a way to become a better athlete and student. At Milton, Paul was captain of the wrestling team, a New England prep school champion, winner of many tournaments, including the prestigious Lowell Holiday. And he was an invitee to the U.S. Olympic training camp in Colorado Springs. Besides being a great wrestling champion, he thoroughly enjoyed playing golf and became an accomplished and highly competitive and respected racquetball player. Despite his large stature and fierce competitive spirit, he was a kind and gentle man. A man of many talents and interests, Paul spent innumerable hours with his wife, renovating and improving their home. As you may know, he took great pride in the mantle he made for his dining room. God only knows, Paul probably found the materials for the mantle in true roulette fashion, that is, in a yard sale, on the side of the road, or on eBay. Paul and Salon also shared a love of coffee, roasting and tasting varieties of coffee from all over the world. Their flowers and extensive vegetable garden stands in tribute to their many loves and talents. He generously shared his delight in these pleasures with each of us. Paul faced all things focused and with determination, whether helping a family member, friend, or stranger in need. Adversity was a problem to be analyzed, a task to be done, and action to be taken. And although he approached all things with great seriousness and intensity, it was most often with a broad smile and twinkle in his eyes. And recently, reviewing Paul's resume, I kind of chuckled to myself when I read Paul's self-description as a champion. Not that it would have mattered to him. I recently learned that the Ouellets are direct descendants of Louis X, the King of France, in the 1300s. Regardless of title, rank, Paul stood proud, confident, and ready to take on